On the inner mind, we get different feelings, right? Happiness, joy, sorrow, everything it happens, right? Due to various kind of activities. So, when a bad thing or when sorrow happens, our mind says that this should not happen. But when good things are happening, we want to be in that moment. We want to continue that state. Based upon the books, don't give any attach to any on the internal side, right? So, are we saying that it's like it's saying that every feeling or every thought is having an off-second lifetime? So, if we in that state, ultimately we don't have any down there. We don't have any feelings at all, right? It's like it's a feelingless state, something like that. We end up, right? So is that correct? Or whenever the feelings come in, we should leave there. What is the direction or what is the guidance there?
So off a sudden means, so each and every moment, new thought, some similar emotion may come again and again. It may look as a stagnant one, but it is flowing on. Even though some good feeling or bad feeling came, we think it is not, it lasts forever, but it is moment by moment, it's a new. So the life duration of each emotion is only half a second. That means for the time being it's of half a second, but the next half a second another emotion may come. But repeatedly coming like this. But here is that the psychological world is concerned, whatever comes, it must be natural. That alone is, we need not correct anything. So it must be natural, unconscious and natural. We need not do, but our action, our face must turn towards the external world. We should not turn towards the psychological world, to keep the psychological world in a good order. So we did not try to create any order in the psychological world. We must, whether it is right or wrong, we should take it as a natural world. We should not find fault with anything. So everything is good, or either we have to take everything as the illusion or everything as the good thing. We did not select this is good, this is bad. Everything is natural. So psychological world is concerned. But everything is related to the external world. It doesn't matter. But our concern, your psychological factor, psychological emotion may affect in certain way to the external world. So if you are having some good feeling, it will, in good way, it may be related to the external world. If you have some bad emotion, it may also have some, it may affect the external world also. Some relationship is there. But your concern is to take the emotion in a positive way to deal with the situation. But you need not deal with the emotion itself. Correcting the emotion is not necessary. But naturally, when your whole concern is only to the external world, then the emotion will change itself naturally. Some necessary, whether the unnecessary emotion may come, but if in course of time it may change to be a necessary emotion. You need not worry about the change. But it will happen naturally. You need not worry about that.
But it's like when some good activities are happening, say for example there is a new child born in our family, then by hearing the news, the happiness comes in our mind. If we keep on thinking about the child and we keep on discussing about that, the happiness provides, it stays there. If you, even for example, if you talk about that for 1 hour or 2 hours, it still remains there. But in some occasions, if we are not continuously thinking about, continuously talking about that, then that moment is gone. Sometimes another thought comes immediately, occupy us, or sometimes we find a gap. The sense like sometimes it looks like an idol. There is no thought, there is no feeling. Then something else comes in. So, in the liberation, It's like if there is a good news, good happenings, good things are happening or bad things are happening. It's like we need to have that feeling prolonged, or it's like we need to come out of it as quick as possible. Or is that the nature of a thing that we will come out of it? Because in the books that it say that by holding that thought, it stays with you for a longer time. If you're not holding summa, then it will automatically goes away. So is that so the question is like by summa means or the result of the summa is basically any feelings or any emotions, most probably very short-lived span, and you come to a state. I don't know what is the state is, but is that something like that?
So here, don't do anything. Sumayiru, don't do anything. That means you don't need a change. If you do not need a change, then you keep yourself without doing anything. So you need not maintain yourself with the action of not doing anything. That is not necessary. If you do not select anything, then you will not do anything for the result. So that is the thing. But matter is, but actually each and every emotion comes with respect to the circumstances. Some external thing may happen presently or pastly, or it may happen in the future. But it is related to some external thing. Then only as a response to the external thing alone, some emotion or thought or anything may come into the psychological world. So here, if the circumstances gets a change, naturally the emotion and thought may change. But we need not try to change the emotion and thought for itself.
But if the circumstances doesn't change, so I got that good news. So is it not like something like if we strike a bell, the sound of the bell, it stays there louder and then it fades away, right? So is that like the circumstance, there is no change in the circumstances, but the happiness feeling or the sorrow feeling, it always dissipates in a particular time. Again, are we in some other silent state or something like that?
So here, the change of circumstances may be taken in a different way. For example, some unwanted person enter into the room in our house, right? And we feel angry upon the person. Right. On seeing him, we feel angry upon the person. But he is not ready to go away. So here no change of circumstances. Right. But here what we are doing afterwards that he will be there forever. Then that itself is a change of the circumstances. Whenever he is when there is possibility to change the circumstances. Whenever possible to drive him away, then we may get angry upon the person. But at the same time, when you come to a conclusion that he will never go to the room, he will stay there forever, then that will be the position, then we will accept the situation. So even though the change in the circumstances, our approach to the situation changes. How we take the situation changes. In the first instance, we take the situation that we can clear the situation. In the next instance, we think we cannot clear the situation. So, even though the situation is not changing, the approach to the situation changes. But the approach to the situation, the changes of the approach itself is the change of situation. So, if you have a different approach, then you will take another way to deal with the situation.
But the situation can be just opposite to each other sometimes. Sometimes the next situation could be a neutral as well, right? In the sense like there is a happy moment, then there is an unhappy moment. Then those two are two extreme opposite sides. Other one is, okay, there is a happy moment, then regular, normal, right? So in the normal time, if I think about like a sine graph, right? So it's like happy moment, then there is an unhappy moment, means again it goes in the reverse way. There is a happy moment, then okay, everything goes normal. Then is there anything like we have a state which doesn't have emotions at all, or there is no feeling at all, or there would be a gap or something like that?
So here, moments may change. They cannot be. We cannot predict the moments are in a controllable state. It may vary according to the circumstances. Many changes are there. Many circumstances may be there. Some good thing may happen, bad thing may happen. But according to the circumstances, we'll have some psychological emotion to deal with the situation. But here the main thing is that whether some appropriate emotion may come to deal with the situation or inappropriate emotion may come. But here we need not worry about the emotion. The emotional part, we can take it as a natural one. But if some emotion may be correctly related to the situation, we can make use of the emotion. If it is not related to the situation, some unwanted anger or fear may come to deal with the situation. But it is not suitable. So sometimes, even though we may have anger, we cannot express it in that situation. So we need not use this anger. But at the same time, we need not keep ourselves without any anger. We need not try to have. If you give total freedom to our anger itself, it will go away very easily. But at the same time, if you control anger, it will create problem. But the main thing is that if it is related to the external situation and it is suitable to express your emotion to the external world, then you can use it in appropriate way. But in the external world is concerned, you can make use of your emotion. But in the psychological world is concerned, there is no good, there is no bad. When there is no good, there is no bad, then there is no change is necessary. Even though it is an unnecessary thing, even though it is a good thing, so there is no necessity to keep on a good thing, there is no necessity to remove the bad thing. So psychological world is concerned, everything is natural, everything is correct, nothing is wrong.